Have you ever felt like time is slipping through your fingers? Like the weeks blur into one another and the pace of life keeps accelerating? It's not just you. This shared sensation may have a deeper spiritual cause, one that ancient traditions, modern philosophy, and even quantum physics hint at. Today we're exploring why time feels like it's speeding up and uncovering the profound spiritual truth behind it. Alan Watts once said, "The only way to make sense out of change is to plunge into it, move with it, and join the dance." Could it be that time itself is inviting us to a cosmic dance, a transformation in how we perceive and live it? This is not just a phenomenon of the modern world. Ancient cultures, mystics, and scientists alike have pondered the mysteries of time. And here's the real question. Could this sensation of accelerating time hold the key to unlocking a higher spiritual understanding? For centuries, spiritual teachings have suggested that time and consciousness are intrinsically linked. The Buddha taught that the present moment is the only true reality, and everything else, past or future, is a construct of the mind. The faster our thoughts race, the faster time seems to flow. Conversely, when we still our minds, time expands. The French philosopher Henri Bergson described time as la durée, or lived time, contrasting it with the mechanical ticking of a clock. According to Bergson, real time isn't something we measure, but something we experience, deeply tied to our awareness and emotions. This accelerating sensation might reflect a larger phenomenon. Many believe humanity is undergoing a collective awakening, a shift in consciousness that's reshaping how we experience reality itself. Could this quickening be a spiritual call to reclaim our presence in the here and now? Consider how technology affects our perception of time. We live in an era where information travels at the speed of light, and our minds are constantly bombarded. Philosopher Marshall McLuhan predicted this in the 1960s, observing how the rapid exchange of data would shrink our experience of the world, creating what he called a global village. Every time we check our phones, refresh our feeds, or respond to notifications, we compress moments into split seconds. This technological pace mirrors the acceleration of external life, but it comes at a cost. Our internal rhythms are thrown off balance. Ironically, this technological speed parallels an ancient spiritual transformation. As the external world accelerates, it compels us to slow down internally, to anchor ourselves in the timeless present. Just like the tortoise in the ancient fable, our spiritual evolution demands stillness, even as life around us races ahead. But why does this matter spiritually? Because every moment we feel time rushing, the universe is inviting us to pause and reflect on what truly matters. Spiritual traditions like those of the Mayans or Tibetan Buddhists speak of ascension, a shift in human consciousness to higher dimensions. In these states, time is no longer linear but fluid and expansive. As humanity collectively rises in awareness, our perception of time is transforming from a rigid sequence to something more dynamic. The famous psychologist Carl Jung observed that time is a peculiar dimension in which the psyche moves freely. This freedom reflects how our perception of time changes with our mental state. Stress makes time feel tight and compressed, while joy and mindfulness make it expansive. Think of the moments when you've been deeply in love, engaged in art, or lost in nature. Time didn't feel fast or slow, it felt irrelevant. These experiences hint at a deeper truth. Time, as we know it, is an illusion. What we perceive as time speeding up is a shift in our awareness, moving us toward a more spiritual way of being. So how do we navigate this acceleration of time? The answer lies in presence. Practices like mindfulness, meditation, and journaling help us reclaim spaciousness within our days. The Taoist principle of Wu Wei, or effortless action, teaches us to flow with time rather than resist it. By letting go of attachments to the past and future, we align with the rhythm of the universe. Moments of flow, as described by psychologist Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi, offer a glimpse of this timeless state. When deeply engaged in a creative or meaningful activity, we lose track of time. Ironically, it's in losing time that we truly find it. One practical way to embrace this is through simple gratitude practices. When you pause to appreciate even the smallest moments, like the warmth of the sun or the sound of the wind, you slow your mind and time seems to expand. While modern society sees time as linear, a relentless march forward. Indigenous cultures and ancient civilizations viewed it as cyclical. The Mayan calendar, for instance, marks periods of great transformation, suggesting humanity is entering a new age of heightened awareness. This cyclical perspective invites us to reconnect with life's natural rhythms, easing the anxiety of time slipping away. As writer Hermann Hesse eloquently put it, "Within you, there is a stillness and a sanctuary to which you can retreat at any time and be yourself." This sanctuary allows us to step off the treadmill of linear time and into the expansive peace of the eternal now. The seasons, the moon's phases, and even our own heartbeat remind us that life moves in cycles. Recognizing this cyclical nature can help us surrender to the natural flow rather than fight against time's perceived acceleration. Perhaps the greatest lesson of all is learning to find stillness amidst the chaos. When Jesus calmed the storm, he wasn't just performing a miracle, he was teaching us to cultivate inner peace, no matter how turbulent life becomes. In a world where time feels like it's speeding up, this message is more relevant than ever. Letting go of rigid schedules and trusting life's flow is another way to adapt. Surrendering control doesn't mean giving up, it means aligning ourselves with the deeper currents of existence. Some call this surrender non-doing, a state of allowing rather than forcing. It's here, in the quiet moments, that we connect with the eternal. The faster life moves, the more we're called to slow down within ourselves. So what's the spiritual secret behind time's acceleration? It's a reminder, an invitation to step into the present moment and embrace the eternal now. As we align with nature's rhythms, through practices like mindfulness, meditation, or even simple moments of gratitude, we transcend the illusion of time speeding up. The Mayans spoke of this era as a time of transformation, a moment when humanity would awaken to a higher state of being. The quickening of time is not a curse, but a gift, an opportunity to evolve, both individually and collectively. As Eckhart Tolle reminds us, realize deeply that the present moment is all you ever have. Make the now the primary focus of your life. Time may feel like it's accelerating, but within the timeless present, there is infinite peace. If this resonates with you, take a moment to slow down, breathe, and embrace the now. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights on the journey of life and beyond.